Hello and welcome to this week's edition of CTN Community Update. After a summer filled with road construction projects just about everywhere in the Twin Cities, this fall isn't looking much better. A big improvement project will soon get underway on Highway 169 here in the North Metro. CTN's Jordan Rylance joins us now from Champlin with more on the project. Jordan?
Steve, this $15 million roadway improvement project is expected to begin in the coming weeks and be completed in the fall of 2018. And that means a major inconvenience for the more than 50,000 vehicles who use this stretch of 169 every day.
Before the end of September, we're going to come out here, we're going to build crossovers north and south of the bridge, and then we're going to move traffic into a single lane each direction.
The Highway 169 reconstruction project will start south of the Mississippi River and will continue several miles south to Highway 610. The project will include the softening of the curve as Highway 169 meets West River Road, as well as a pedestrian underpass just north of the same intersection. But the replacement of two bridges is what prompted MnDOT to take action.
The main driving force in this project is the two Elm Creek bridges, 169 over the Elm Creek.
These two bridges on Highway 169 in Champlin are failing, and for several months in 2015, MnDOT took actions to keep motorists safe before an emergency repair project was completed.
A couple years ago, we had to come out and we had to load restrict the bridges due to deterioration beneath the bridges. They're quite old and they do need to be replaced.
The 169 improvement project will impact residents not only in Champlin, but those traveling on either side of the river as well.
We're fully understanding that this is going to be a difficult thing for not only the residents that live on the other side of the river, but residents that live on this side of the river too. From the fact that, when people get backed up, they're going to start looking for different routes and different avenues to try to get home a little bit quicker. And we're trying to foresee that and where they go and what they do and try to put plans in place to help mitigate that.
A project that may be problematic in the short term will become beneficial in the long term as the city of Champlin revitalizes its most traveled area of the city.
With every cloud there's a silver lining, and I think the long-term impact on this area is going to be far more positive. It's going to be difficult for a year and a half. It's going to be really difficult to try to withstand. But at the end of the day, with all the redevelopment and all the growth that we're having in the area here, I think the businesses are going to do very well.
And Steve, by the end of 2018, the project will be completed and the final pavement will be in. There may not be the landscaping or the sod due to the weather, but the good news is both lanes of this stretch of 169 will be open once again.
All right, short-term pain for long-term gain. Thanks, Jordan. Dozens of community members gathered this week to discuss ways we can improve water quality here in Minnesota. The meeting was held on Tuesday night at Anoka-Ramsey Community College. Governor Mark Dayton asked community groups to host town hall meetings to brainstorm ways to improve water quality across the state by 25% by the year 2025. So the League of Women Voters Upper Mississippi River Region chapter, along with more than a dozen other co-sponsors, joined forces to do just that.
We're going to provide input into the governor's process. He has a series of 10 town halls, and there's other community meetings like this, and that's all going to go into a big hopper. And hopefully he will help through that to find more political will to make changes and to get to that 25% goal.
Some of the ideas to improve water quality include reducing pollutants and other contaminants, capturing and reusing runoff, erosion control, and reducing invasive species. If nothing is done, the water quality in Minnesota is only expected to improve by 6 to 8% by the year 2034. Well, last week we told you about improvements being made at Coon Rapids High School, and this week the renovations are complete as staff prepare to welcome students back for the new school year. The third floor of the 52-year-old building underwent major changes, adding new HVAC units, lighting, and additional classrooms for the school's new engineering program. Over the course of the next 2 years, the school will be making the same changes on the second and first floors, as well as restructuring offices and classrooms.
This 10-year money that we're looking at through the state really is helping us to do what we're seeing here on the third floor with HVAC and cost savings so that we can take costly bills that cost us with efficiency and bring money down and bring those costs down.
Funding for the renovations came from the state's long-term funding plan. Additional improvements could be made at all District 11 schools if a school bond and levy referendum is approved by voters in November. A Coon Rapids woman is living out her dream with the help of an award she won 2 years ago from Comcast. Kenita Johnson-Arnold, who runs CJA Theater Productions, was named the Minnesota winner in Comcast's Innovations for Entrepreneurs contest. With her winnings, she's launching a new Minnesota-based reality competition, which connects starving artists with upcoming playwrights.
I thought of the idea just because I had so much trouble finding my own staff, crew, and everything. And I'm like, okay, I need people that just want to do this. On top of watching these reality shows where you get all these talented people and only one person make it, I'm looking for more than that.
Johnson's latest show, The Church Picnic in the Hood, is coming up on Sunday, September 10th at 3 p.m. in the Coon Rapids Civic Center. Tickets to the comedy drama can be purchased at the door or online at cgaproductions.biz. There you can also find out more information on the reality-based competition that will be launching next year. Sand Creek Park will soon be playing host to one of its biggest tournaments yet since the redevelopment of the park. The 2017 Minnesota Softball Military Appreciation Tournament is taking place September 8th through the 10th at Sand Creek Park. Members of the Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force, and Coast Guard are forming teams to compete in the tournament in several different divisions. Prizes will be awarded, and best of all the money raised from the softball tournament will benefit military families right here in Minnesota. And that's going to do it for us this week. Thanks for watching. Have a great Labor Day weekend. We'll see you back here again next week.